Hey, my name is Manny. Welcome to Informed Nerd, where we find Jesus in everything, especially anime. Alright, so I have to admit that I'm one of the few people that prefers dubbed over subbed anime. The reason being is that I'm pretty lazy. Look, man, I just like to sit back and enjoy the show and not have to worry about reading. Even with people that claim to have the Sharingan eyes, I don't think you're enjoying it as much as you could if it was just in English. But in this case, I actually prefer the English dubbed over the subbed. I mean, the voices are it's just better. So Luffy is fighting Don Flamingo, right? And at this point, Gear 2 is not working. Gear 3 is also not working. So he needs something extra. And here's where we see Gear 4. By the way, this is actually the first time that I'm seeing this transformation. A lot of you don't know this, but I'm actually trying to catch up in the anime. The transformation does look kind of funny, but the most surprising thing for me was the voice change. I'm actually wondering if they're ever going to explain why his voice changes like that. Either way, the sub version of this voice is just pretty whack. I don't know what it is. It just sounds bad. Like neither one sound like Luffy, but this one really doesn't sound like Luffy. This kind of reminds me of Jesus and the fact that the Jews that he was interacting with, a lot of them didn't recognize him as the Messiah. Even though he fulfilled over 300 prophecies, I think it is, that were prophesied about him. Like with all that evidence, these Jews still refuse to recognize him as the Messiah. But that's because they had their own idea of what the Messiah should have been like. They actually expected some type of war hero that would come in and liberate them from the oppression that they were suffering from Rome. They were expecting a Luffy character, if you will. Regardless, I think that whole rising from the dead put all those doubters to shame. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Were you as shocked to hear Luffy's voice? Do you think that the dub is better than the sub? Let me know in the comments, and as always, just want to remind you that we must persevere.